So, that little intro should tell you everything about what's going to happen today while we play this game. I can't promise this is going to end very well. In fact, I have a feeling that just like everything else, it's going to end very badly. So, welcome to Dwarf Fortress. Let's take a chapter out of... No, let's not directly reference Boat Murdered. I was about to be like, hope you like my asthma. But no. To explain... Okay, hold on, I'll do that when everything's being generated. Welcome to the alpha of Dwarf Fortress. As there has been some time between releases, instability is to be expected. Report crashes, hangs, lags, bugs, and general disappointment at the forums. They are at our websites. Website. bay12games.com. Check there for updates. You can also find an older yet more stable version of the game there. As of November 2017, you can get help at the fan-created dwarffortresswiki.org. Please make use of and contribute to this valuable resource. If you enjoy the game, please consider supporting Bay12 Games. There is more information at our website and in the README file. So, I'm thinking we should do a world size of medium. And I like the idea of at least 500 years history. Mainly because this gives things more time to establish. Although, I'm not entirely sure that that's the worst thing. Really, this is just going to dictate how long it takes for things to generate. I say we stick with a long history. And everything else can stay medium. Alright, let's do this. Go! So, while this is generating, I would like to explain why I chose Dwarf Fortress of all things. That is, at least in part, to my decision recently to read through the entire saga of Boat Murdered, from start to finish. For those who don't know, Boat Murdered was a Succession-style Let's Play on the Something Awful forums, where, every in-game year, the fortress and save file would be handed off to another person, and they would basically take over and, continue expanding the fortress as they saw fit. As is the case with pretty much everything else in Dwarf Fortress, you can imagine how well that went. Sorry, I'm kind of ad-libbing off the top of my head here. We've got 550 years of history to generate here, so it's going to take a while. But anyway, while this is going on, I also want to explain the idea behind this project, and the best way I can think to do that is to just... Why am I doing a preamble for this? Basically, I'm going to try and teach you guys how to play the game, but also kind of remind myself of the handful of things I learned while I was doing a few test runs. I've actually got one fortress that's sort of partially built, and one that is, I'm trying to think. This is actually my third fortress. It's like the Monty Python Swamp Castle, where, built one, sank into the swamp. Built another, that sank into the swamp. Built a third one, that one burnt down, fell over, then sank into the swamp. But the fourth one stayed up. So, I'm going to adopt the name of the first two failed attempts, and we'll see what we can do with that. After all, the third fortress is the one that is currently running well, although I've already had a cougar run in, get killed, didn't know how to clean it up, and my asthma went everywhere and kind of choked out my dwarves. They recovered. It just took a little bit of doing. You'll see when we get there. But yeah, I'm not going to try and make this like a Boat Murdered style thing. I'm just going to do my own thing, try and learn the game, and teach you guys. It's... The best way I can put it is, Dwarf Fortress is kind of like learning a new language. Well, learning Dwarf Fortress is like learning a new language. It requires a lot of internalization. I'm not at that point yet with this game. Things are either going to go fairly well or horribly bad really quickly. And time will tell which is which. So, yeah, with that, I'm gonna cut ahead, and I'll see you guys when the footage, or when the world is done rendering or being created. Fun fact. If we had chosen a medium length world history, we would have almost been finished by now. Still, we're getting there. At least the music's good. Alright, year 354. I actually left to go make a sandwich. So, I've never made this kind of sandwich before. I mean, I have, but not with these condiments. So, it is mayo, turkey, cheese, which is what I normally do. However, we had some Chick-fil-A honey mustard barbecue sauce lying around the house. So, give me a moment. I'm going to see just how wonderful or terrible this tastes. Let's see. No going back now. You know, that's actually not bad. I don't think I got all the sauce in one, though. No, I definitely did. That was good. Okay. Editron cut ahead again. Alright, we are finally done. Editron, do me a favor and please post a time code up in the top so that we can just see. So, Lesson 1 of Dwarf Fortress. If you want to get right into it, keep your world history short. Now that that's out of the way, let's, hang on. Movement keys. I need to turn off the number lock for this, don't I? Oh, wait, I'm tabbed out. That's why. Okay, hold on. Okay, there is one thing I want to see over here. What is this? The Pleated Hill. The human town of Zostrapim. Interesting. So, basically, once you've created your world, you can actually just take a look around on the ASCII tiles. You are the yellow X at all times. This isn't you choosing where your mountain home is located. Rather, this is simply you looking around the world you've created. By the way, I'm actually using OBS to figure out where I am because the Dwarf Fortress window is kind of small unless you resize it. And even then, I kind of had to keep it at this size because otherwise it would have been... I would have had to do some serious upscaling to get the Dwarf Fort or the opening thing set up. So let's just scroll around a little bit more. I really don't know what a lot of these icons mean. I know that the triangles here are mountains. I don't know what the what look like keyholes like this one are. However, wait, hang on. The Dwarven Mountain Halls of Shedi Mustache. Cool. I think purple and red are typically evil, if I remember correctly. Wait, is this magma? The Complex Desert. The first time I created my world, it was simply... Oh my god, I forgot about the saving. The first time I created my world, I found a place called the Charcoal Dunes. I wanted to make sand dwarves. Theoretically, I still could. However, I'm not entirely sure I have that skill set at my disposal at the time, or at the present time. So I'm just going to speed this one up. It's going to go much faster. We are actually over the 2-hour mark, and all we've done so far is world generation. I probably said that already, but you know what, just in case I didn't. Okay, so, to my knowledge, we can only run one world at a time, so why don't we start playing? We can choose Dwarf Fortress mode, which is what I'm assuming. Well, okay, I'm not assuming anything, I know. Dwarf Fortress is the mode that most people know. This is where you build the fortress and you go through, the rigmarole of having set everything up. Adventurer is exploring the world that you have created, which is pretty cool. And then Legends is all of the history you've uncovered. So, let's get started with Dwarf Fortress. Fortunately, it's a bit faster. I think. It seems to be going faster. Alright, so here we have ourselves the calendars for the years. Looks like we are setting off on Granite the 15th. That is when we begin. As it stands right now, the caravan is currently embarking. So, I don't know if I mentioned it after World Gen finished, but, what are words? Oh yeah, I think how quickly a world generates also is dependent on your PC power, but I don't know that for certain. So, I mean, that is something to look into on your own. I think that's the case, though, but I'm not sure. Anyway, each season only has 3 months. I have gotten up to summer, and the fort has increased in size, but not as quickly as I'd like, so hopefully we'll be able to fix that. There are a couple things I'm going to have to do when we get set up. But most importantly, we have to choose a starting region. So, the easiest way to do this is to find a warm or temperate area where the dwarves can set things up, because they do best there. You'll also need a source of water and some trees to get started. Little soil, deep metals. So what you can do instead, if you don't want to spend all this time looking around, you can just press F. You can look for the dimensions here. Savagery. Or, yeah, this will let you check everything. So we don't want evil, or at least low. Do we want aquifer? No. I have been told that it is important. Well, okay, I followed a quick start guide. But, yeah, they say you want multiple shallow and deep metals for your starter. And then I just go with some soil and clay to get started. So, I think this is good. Yeah, let's see what we get. Alright, let's do a search. This is going to take some time, obviously. You'll notice all the red X's are filling in the areas where the search results do not cater to what we're looking for. Although I have not found out how to change the region we're in. I'm sure that's somewhere in there. Well, okay, I haven't found the way to change the world. I feel like... Oh, you know what? That's the entire world in one map. So I should also point out the... Oh, wow. This is not a promising setup, is it? I think we'll just stick with where we are. You're serious, we have nothing available to us. Nothing matches our search. Okay, well, why don't we clear the find results? Let's make our way back over to the mountain. Was this a mountain here? The Tower of Wielding. I feel like a freshwater marsh would do us good, but at the same time I want to come down here. This, I think, is where we were. We need trees is the problem, though. Freshwater swamp. Okay, you know what? This seems good. So why don't we resize the local area a little bit? This isn't resizing it, though. This is just kind of... Oh, resizing is capital, right. Right, yes, so... Lesson number 2. Capital and lowercase inputs have different effects. So, if we press U without pressing Shift, we move the local area up. Likewise, M will move it down. K to the right, H to the left. However, if you hit capital U, you increase the local area size, 1 up. So I think... actually, you know what? Why don't I... This is going to be dumb. This seems good, though. Okay, so once you found an area you like, I say embark. So let's begin. You have selected a large area. Choose a smaller area if you experience lags. Let me cancel that real quick and then just downsize a little bit. I think we're good. Now we can either play now and let it just go with the defaults, or we can prepare carefully. Lesson 3, there is not a lot of difference, however, prepare carefully will allow you to customize a few things. So, really, all I'm going to do is add a few more seeds for the items, because we'll need them. Although I might also get us a llama and an alpaca because I love them. So, let's go look for seeds. We have quite a little while to go. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Okay, so I figured it out. Basically, you need to go through the menu, and whatever's on the left side, you already have listed, so it'll be removed from the right side. So I'm just going to go ahead and give us some more seeds of each kind. Could do with some more barrels, I think. And maybe a couple more pickaxes. So let's go with 4 of those. Good. Let's get some more pigtail, cave wheat, dimple cups, whatever we can get. Let's just do 15 of each. 20 plump helmets just because it sounds funny. So I'll see you once I've cleared this out. Okay, so I'm giving us a duck as well because I don't know if they produce eggs or not, but just in case we'll have more food. So we've got a couple more picks, a couple more battle axes, lots more seeds. And I don't have llamas here, even though I wanted them. So now I'm going to go ahead and shift over to naming the fort. So, there's a name I always go with for this. And that name is, hang on, after, let me see, where is D? We have a little ways to go. Here it is. After Drinks. Welcome to After Drinks, friends. As we join Rovad Lumash Dodok, peasant, Onol Lolokafen, Zasit Kadol Thomas, Jurist Nishodur, Saxul Nishzim, Monor Azuz Rimtar, and Urvad Memat Fikod, all peasants. So, we can either set off with these peasants, and they will grow into their professions on their own, or we can just send some, professionals with them. I say we just set off as we do. I have 80 points remaining, but let's begin. It'll take a bit. You have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek is finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all of Thasdoth Tosid. There are almost no supplies left, but with your stout labor comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plow, or hook, provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before the winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings, ere the dingoes get hungry. A new chapter of Dwarven history begins here at this place, Nicolor. After Drinks. Strike the earth! Now we hit enter. And it is time to pause as we take a look at what is around us. Oh, it's not paused. Okay. So, you'll notice that it is actually fairly difficult to figure out what's going on here, so why don't we take a look around and see what we have. Not a whole lot of anything, it seems. That's fine. So, I don't like the fact that this is highlighted in red. Is this evil? Did I pick a bad spot? I may have. So you'll notice that this little token here, like that dot on the far right, is our caravan. with our 7 dwarves here. Each of those smiley faces represents a dwarf. So the first thing to do, I'm going to go down to Z level and check using the comparison signs on the keyboard. Well, it would certainly appear that we have a mountaintop. Or, well, I wouldn't say this is a mountaintop so much, but, okay, Z levels do change things, at least. First thing I want to do is, I think this is... Hang on. Yeah, we've got a little ways to go before we can reach water from the looks of this. Each of those down arrows represents a channel. So, lesson 1, or no, this is what, lesson 4 at this point? Lesson 3, methinks. Lesson 3 or 4. First thing you want to do is dig. Dig to your heart's content. Embrace your inner dwarf. So, to do this properly, to begin, we have to go to D for designate. Now what we have to do, actually, before we do that, I have to set dwarf labors. I have to make sure everybody has at least something enabled, so that those with mining picks are able to mine, those who are able to cut down trees. I need every one of my dwarves doing something. So, if you hit V, you can go to the units. And this will bring up the yellow X on the left side of the screen. So if you hit P for preferences, you can hit L for labor, and then you can enable different things like mining or stoneworking. You need to use plus and minus to navigate this, but if you hit enter, you'll go to mining, woodworking. We need wood cutting right now. I might as well do carpentry as well, just in case. I don't know what all my dwarves are going to be doing, but I'm going to try and make this simple. Well, I'm going to try to avoid headache in the long run. Odds are I'm making this worse for myself as we go. So we go with stoneworking. Masonry would be good. Stone detailing, I imagine, is for smoothing stone, but let's see. Healthcare, farming related. Butchery would be good just in case. Might domesticate a few animals along the way. Cheese making might be nice. Plant gathering and processing would also be good. Bear in mind, I have to do this for all 7 of the dwarfs, so I'm just going to speed this up for you guys. Alright, now that all of my dwarves except for one for some reason, I don't know why I can't assign anything to him. Lesson potentially 5. Let's just skip 4 entirely. If you can figure out how to assign jobs to dwarves without, or in a way that I didn't, please tell me. That's not really a lesson, that's more of a request. Request number 1! So, now I've got that done. We need to designate jobs and stockpiles and the like, so I say we come over here and we start digging. Now, obviously we don't have a mountain we can tunnel into exactly, so why don't we instead hit H to channel, and we will dig ourselves a nice little 3x3. Alright, so that will allow us to go down a level where it's being dug. Methinks. Yes. So once that's done, we can come here, we can hit D to mine, and then we can hit enter to set up a cursor. Now we can actually start creating a little pathway that'll fill up this rectangle like so. So if I hit enter here, voila! We have ourselves a nice little space. That is a good starting tunnel. However, we also need to set up a farm, we need to set up a wood stockpile, among other things. We need to do a lot, so this is a nice little hallway, but I feel like we can get it a little bit deeper. Let's see, that's 1 over, so why don't we go this way? And then we'll take it over this way, I think. Good. Alright. From here, I want to set up a farm over, say, here. And I want this farm to be a decent size, but not massive, so maybe let's do a nice little tunnel there. Set this up like so. And voila. Oh, hang on, that's not symmetrical. This is a small thing for me. I like everything to be of the same size. And I could do it like one more out this way. Okay. And we may as well have a, I need to set up a still anyway so the dwarves have something to drink. So why don't we set the stockpile up here? Actually, no. So here's the thing. If you screw up, you can press X to remove a designation. And it works just like placing a designation. So why don't we instead set something up like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This feels almost too large. But you know what? I might have multiple stills going at once down the line. So let's see how far this takes us, shall we? Now, our 4 mining dwarves are probably going to have their work cut out for them, but we'll see what we can do. And next to the still... Well, I mean, okay, it's set up next to the farm, so we're good. So what I want to do is, I would like to set up another floor so that we have the dormitories. And the easiest way to do that is apparently make the hallway too wide. However, we also need a trade depot, I think. Yeah, we need a trade depot. So the best way for me to do that is to just set one up here. So, as always, we will set this up 3 by 3. And then we will set this up like right about there. Now, I know what these rooms are going to be. Odds are I'm not going to remember down the line. However, we could also do with taking this a few tiles further out. This way, everything leaves plenty of walkways for the dwarves. And with that, we may as well just dig one more channel. Okay. Go down another Z level. Go back up just to make sure, okay. And I want the dormitories to come out this way. And a bit up this way. And we'll dig out a nice, decent-sized room for our dwarf friends. I'm not too worried about the symmetry on this one. That should do it, though. Okay, hang on. Let me just double-check. Perfect. Alright, that should be enough for beds and the like. If I need, I can change it later, but for now, we need to go back up to the first Z level. And we should set up some stockpiles while they're digging that out. We should also have some dwarves cut down trees, others gather plants. So the easiest way to do this, I think, is to, let's see. If I hit Q, I think, oh wait, I need to go out back to the main menu. Okay, hit Q, we can remove this building. Slate for removal needs carpentry. Done. So now we need to make stockpiles. So we hit P. And why don't we do a custom stockpile? So I think I need one for everything except corpses. Let's see. Why don't I... Oh, hit D to disable. Hang on. Okay, that's disabled. What if I hit A? Okay. No. Enable that, enable that, enable that, enable that, disable that, disable that. Pretty much anything except for corpses, refuse, stone. Oh, no, stone is in there. Okay, so enable. Oh wait, yeah, we need to keep gems out of there, I think, so we'll disable that. And I think we'll do that. Okay. And we are good. So in order to do that, or in order to get this set up properly, we need to set a range just like we do for designation. So where is my entrance again? How did I get all the way down there? Okay, well, anyway. We're making a custom stockpile, so let me just double check. Okay, good. This will all get moved inside later, so why don't we go ahead and get you set up like right there. Alright. Let me just double check to make sure. Why don't we actually disable the animals? Okay. Animal stockpile will be up here. Let me just make sure there's... Okay, good. Now, with everything else... we may as well make one for corpses and one for refuse. Which way is the wind going to blow this day? So, corpses will go over here, otherwise they'll start releasing miasma, and I really don't want that. I'm probably too close to my channels, but that's fine. And refuse can go next to it. I'll just space them out a little bit. Like so. And there we go, we've got our stockpile set up. Alright, good. Now I want some dwarves to start looking for... trying to think. Looking for food and cutting down trees. So, I think if we hit Q... Never mind. We need to do designations, that's right. I think, yes. P to gather plants. So some of the tiles do actually yield fruit. I think it's this tile here, this quotation mark one I was on top of. So I say, why don't we go ahead and put one here? And one there. Anything that gets highlighted is what will be gathered. Likewise, these yellow zeros and this Y are trees. So if we hit T, we can start chopping those down as they are deconstructing the wagon, which we won't need anymore. Alright, so with that, I think we're pretty much good for now. I should designate a drinking area, but I'm not entirely certain I like the look of this water. And again, we should be okay. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be right there anyway. So, now we have to go to I to hit zones. This is fairly complicated, yes, I know. But at the same time, all the setup will pay off, I swear. So this is a water source. I could do with more of a water source, honestly, but, you know, we can do down here as well. There we go. Okay, we've got a couple activity zones set up. And I think now we are ready to watch things unfold, so let's see them take everything apart, shall we? Oh, right, I need to hit escape, and then... You can only unpause from this main menu, which is fine by me, so let's see. We have 6 idlers. 5. 6. 2. Some of the dwarves will be heading out this way to dig out channels, as you'll see momentarily. So you'll notice some of the dwarves have gone inside. Dangerous terrain. Did I have a cave-in already? Oh dear. I hope I didn't. But as you can see, the dwarves are hard at work already. All of these white bits are gems, so we will be putting those in this trade depot here once that's dug out. Once everything here is established as well, I need to set up the farm, but we'll get there. So where are my idlers? They are getting the stockpile set up, it would seem. For what it's worth, anyway. Oh good, two of our dwarves became a miner. Potentially 3, potentially 4. It all depends on the work they're doing. But so far so good. So let's go back down and see how you guys are doing. So far so good. You can tell by the layout of the tiles here where they've dug out that this is soil. If it is stone, it will be gray. So... yeah, not much to really do right now, sadly. But we're working on it. It's just gonna take some time. Lesson number 6, I think, at this point? get everything designated beforehand. It will help a lot. How long have I been recording this so far? I don't know. Oh, shoot, I need to... Oh, wait, no, I have the animal thing set up. Okay. We're fine. We'll just, once this is all dug out, like I said, I'm moving everything inside, because mandrills can come by and steal your stuff. So I think we're good. Oh, right, you guys are working downstairs, too, aren't you? So when they said dangerous terrain, how did they mean? Also, where are my channels? Oh, there they are. Right, well, while we have that set up, or while we have that going, I need to create a farm. So we hit I. We load this up like so. And I think what we need to do... I did this wrong, didn't I? Right, I did, didn't I? Okay. I need to look at the building as B. So what we have to do, we have to do farm plots. So P. Oh, hang on. We have to change the height and width of this using U and M and K and H. Or we can remove a zone, I think, by how do I remove farm plots? Or how do I... No mud soil for farm, mud is left by water. Okay. So basically I'm going to have to work around this, I think. How do I remove buildings? Do I remove buildings? I don't think I can. Okay. I'm just gonna make I'm gonna make a handful of different farm plots then. That's the other thing. Make sure you have your... This is lesson 7. Make sure you have the right size set up for your farm plot before you place it. Otherwise you have to end up doing this. So what we do here, we increase the size a couple times. And then we change the height a little bit. As you can see, it will scale in each direction. And then we do one more. And I think we have to retract. There we go. Okay, we're good. So then this will become our still area. However, we have to build the still first. So I think in order to do that... Was that in the zoning? I have to go find that. I think that's in zones. That's right. No, it's not. Alright. Maybe it is in building. Or maybe it's in designate. I remember I did this the other day, I swear. Farm plot. Let's see. I think you can only do one at a time, but no, you can't. I've done this before. I swear. I can load up cleared fence at some point and show you. Okay, why don't we do a 3x3 zone? Actually, why don't we remove the zone that I just set up? Okay, done. I may as well make a trade depot over here, I think. Except I can't really make a trade depot either, can I? Not right now, anyway. I think the farm needs to be done first. I guess that makes sense. Alright, friends, get to work. All my dwarves are working hard. It's just gonna take some time to get there. While they're working on that, I could always set up the stockpile over here. Here's the question, do I just change up the, do I change up the stockpile, I wonder? Let's do one for finished goods anyway. I'll have to set up a workshop area where I can put all the gems and the like. Alright. So I think we're good there. Oh, hang on. Is this how I make the different buildings? Oh, there's the trade depot. D. So, why don't we put you... Where are my buildings? How did I get all the way over here? Ah, okay. Well, now I know how to do this, at least. So, why don't we remove half the stockpile? There we go. B, capital D. Trade depot's in place. Item needed. Yeah, let's do that. Need armor stand. Okay. Now we've got that done. Let me check to see if I can find the still. And other things. Oh, right, it's all under workshops, I think. Yes, there it is, okay. There we go, I got it now. And we'll use some chalk. It's taking time, but I'm getting there. And, This is where I'm leading to the workshop, that's right. So why don't we just go ahead and get all that stuff dug out as well? So that was under building, so let's go to designation, mine. Let me just make sure. Good. Lesson number 8. Make sure your layout is sensible to you. Or, you know, make sure you have plenty of space to work things out. So, that's a good start for the workshop, but I'm going to need more space if I'm going to have the black shop. Or, the black shop? The blacksmith. Wow, Jazzy. Just wow. It's a stressful time of year if I'm slipping up that badly. So why don't we have a few, you know, stockpiles here. So I want to say this will be the blacksmith. I should probably make one more out this way just so he has some space to work around. Then we go here. Come out here. We may as well just make a small one for the wood. Actually, the first one could be wood. And then we'll do one more over here for the stonemason. And then over here, we'll extend a little bit, or expand, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to choose. It sounds dirty either way. This is probably going to be the woodcutter's shop for now. It's just going to take time. Okay, this should be good. So let's set the dwarves to it then, shall we? I have not used the set priority yet, so hard to say what's going to happen. The dwarves all seem hard at work at what they're doing, though. Everybody seems pretty good about what they're doing. I can probably scrap that custom stockpile outside in a little bit. All it's going to take in the meantime... Oh yeah, that is one thing I should do, is set up the wheelbarrows at the carpenter's workshop. I've struck white chalcedony. Sweet! I suppose that's it in the tile there. I'll need a, Oh yeah, I've got the gem stockpile getting set up. I should do a bit of a bank as well. Maybe I should attach that to the trade depot. But yeah, so far everything's going okay. All the stuff from outside is getting moved inside, which is good. Problem is the dwarves don't have anything to haul stuff with right now, so they're just moving everything by hand. As far as I can tell. Can't be certain. The map on the far right looks like a teapot. Or like an effigy of Gonzo. But yes, the dwarves seem to be doing well. I think they're going upstairs to get a drink, but I can't be certain on that. Either that or they're switching positions. God, these stockpiles are so janky looking. I know this is hurting someone's OCD. I'm gonna tidy this up later. Maybe make it one big stockpile room. So who are my idlers? Are they outside? Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to queue up some stuff on the farm. So when you hit Q, you can choose what's being grown at a certain time of year. So if you hit 1, you'll have spring, 2 for summer, 3 for fall, and then 4 for winter, I think? Oh wait, no, it's A, B, C, D. I'm smart. Okay. So I want to plant dimple cups here. This one will also do dimple cups. These 4 will all be dimple cups. This one, I say we do plump helmets. Okay, that's the spring done. Let's switch over to summer. I say we do cave wheat. Now, the other thing about this is that since I had to go one at a time for that, I can't set everything at once like I was hoping to. And let's do cave wheat. Okay, good. Now for autumn, why don't we do pigtails? And then a few sets of quarry bushes. This is going to take a little bit. So many inputs at once, I have to remember what to hit so I don't overlap anything I've done already. Alright, good. And then finally winter. Let's do some dimple cups and some plump helmets. And then the reason I'm doing it this way is because if you don't choose to do it this way, you're going to end up leaving your fields, untouched for most of the seasons. So now some dwarves will get onto farming. At least one of them will. Oh no, both of them. They will work with as many seeds as they have, and as time goes, they will get more seeds. If that makes sense. How goes mining, friends? You're upstairs, aren't you? It's gonna take me time to get this worked out. I need to remember where all my workshops are. Did you guys already fill up? No, you didn't. Okay. So many miners in here. Unfortunately, the way this room is set up, I have to keep scrolling between these two. This was my fault. But, I mean, they're all working pretty fast. Look at them go. Now, if I'm right, I think the white tiles are stone, so I can have them start smoothing that out at least. I feel like that would be good. I should also probably set up a meeting place for now for the idlers. So I am going to do that, actually. Something a little bit out of the way. M for meeting area. That is enough space for the dwarves we have right now. I think. Yes, okay, we are good. Let us... Oh, it was never paused in the first place. Okay, idlers will head down to the meeting area. So now we just have to wait for all of this to be dug out. This was going to be my stone workshop, yeah? I think so. So why don't I get that set up real quick? Actually, I want them to dig that out first before I do anything like that. Wood workshop is going to be on the right there, I know that. They're getting there. When you have 3 dwarves working on it, it goes really quickly. Go figure. All I needed was a few more pickaxes. Aventurine? Oh. Interesting. Alright. I'll work with it. I'll need a gem workshop anyway, so... Yeah, we'll figure something out. I'll have to make a barrel for that. Fill it with gems. Wait, where'd the other 2 go? Oh, you just went outside for a drink, didn't you? Totally fair. Alright, once I get these rooms done and I get all the stockpiles set up, I will call it for the night. It is late. Would have been fine if that world gen hadn't taken 2 hours. But that's fine. Everybody's working hard. This is much better than I had last time. Doing good, guys? Yeah, I think you are. Now, all of the announcements you've seen can be found by pressing the A button, like so. I don't know where the dangerous terrain was, but hopefully everything's okay. I mean, we've got 3 channels, yeah? Yeah. So they're busy farming right now. Oh, they're resting there. Okay, yeah, that's the other thing I want to do is get beds set up, hence why I have the carpenter's workshop getting set up. In fact, I can probably do that now. So let's build W. I want a carpenter's workshop set up right here. And let's go with the chalk I have. Okay. Which means that once that's mined out, I can move all the wood inside. I also want a stonemason's workshop. Or a masonry. Let me see if I can find that. Mason's workshop, here it is. Okay. Okay, good. I want a jeweler's workshop set up next to that. So, we'll put you right here. And let's see, we've got 3 of the 4 I wanted. What else did I want? I'm trying to think. Okay. Still is down below. I've got the carpenter, jeweler, stonemason. I don't know what else I needed. Perhaps I should go with Metalsmith's Forge, maybe? No, I don't think that was it. Kitchen, fishery, ashery, soap maker, screw press. I think it's a Metalsmith's Forge. Okay, So now that's set up, why don't we go ahead and set up some stockpiles? So the one I want is a gem stockpile right here. Okay, good. Here I want stone, specifically. I don't know what the white circle indicates. I feel like it means there's an object there, but I don't know. And then we need metals over... Where are metals on this list? I don't see anything over here that indicates it. Why don't we check the custom stockpile? Might be under bars and blocks. Okay, there we go. All the stuff is set up then. Trade depot's there. So all I really need to do is bring the other stuff inside, except for the animals. Alright. Let's go ahead and get rolling and see what we do with this. Where are our dwarf friends?
Huh.